Y'all can say whatever y'all want about China, but China has changed my life.
I live the American dream in China.
Y'all get ready with me so that I can make an intro video because I have been applying to English teaching jobs in China.
America has always been known to be a land of opportunity, a symbol of prosperity and promise. For many, America is the world. And what's your view of America? Yeah, but today, more and more Americans are waking up to a new reality. They are realizing that beyond their borders lies a world full of possibilities. And what is leading to this? Despite their hard work, many find that in America, their money no longer holds the value it once did. In this video, we focus on those who have taken a bold step of leaving the United States and explore the opportunities that they have seen out there to start a new chapter abroad.
Called Goodbye USA, Hello China.
23 years old and I've been to 40 countries, and here are some countries that I think everyone should visit once in their lifetimes. So let's go by region. So I definitely think in the Middle East, the best places are Turkey and Jordan. Also the most travel friendly, of course, but I really love Jordan. As a Middle Eastern person, it's one of my favorite places in the Middle East. It was really cool to see like the ancient sites like Petra and stuff like that. For Turkey, I don't know. I feel like it's just a really cool vibe there. I don't know. I really had a fun time in Istanbul, and I just think that it's a really cool place to visit, especially if you want to visit the Middle East and it's your first time going. I definitely think that those two countries are the best places to visit. Moving on to Asia, my favorite places in Asia are China, number one, of course. Actually, China might honestly be number one on this list because I think it has the most to offer. Actually, it's one of my favorite places in the entire world. I lived there for 2 years, and the reason I decided to live there is because I liked it so much. After living there for 2 years, I still hadn't seen so much of the country, and I would love to go back over and over and over again, even to the places that I already did see. And in Asia, honestly, I really like all of the East Asian countries. Like, I really love Japan, and South Korea was nice too. But I definitely think like China and Japan are my top two. And then in the rest of Asia, I really love Vietnam. Vietnam is one of my favorite countries ever. And Vietnam just has such beautiful nature and such beautiful sights. So I definitely think like that's a really cool place to visit.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want about China, but China has changed my life. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Has America changed your life? Has America changed your life? Yes or no? Absolutely not. What has America done for you? I'm telling y'all, China has changed my life completely. I got long-term connections, long-term partnerships, but the crazy part is I only can get more and more. It's not gonna get less. I can meet 10 Chinese millionaires this year, and next year I might meet 25. Cause you travel, you go to all these cities in China, they have over 1 billion people. Everybody has money. Every person that I met had money. Who have you met in America? Millionaires that was willing to take you out to dinner, pay for your hotel, and they don't even know your name. They don't know anything about you. They are just happy to meet you. This is the beauty of traveling and networking. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna try to go to Los Angeles, meet a rapper, meet a celebrity? Oh, you don't have access like that here. So I'm not moving to China to save money on rent. I moved to China to build long-term partners that you will never find in America. I can call 10 people right now. They all have their own company, make multi-millions of dollars every year. I could never do that here. I can't do that in America. Y'all don't understand how valuable it is to be American in China. What I'm trying to say is China needs American people because you know why? We bring value to their business. And when you bring value to a Chinese person or a Chinese entrepreneur, the way they will take care of you, you will never get that experience in America. I'm telling you that right now. Just think about it. You're putting money into a Chinese man's pocket. And he doesn't want to. One thing about Chinese people, if they have an opportunity, they will not miss the chance. They're going to make sure they do everything to keep the opportunity. So if you're an English teacher, if you're a basketball coach, if you do some type of business and you provide some type of value and you come to China, they will give you a nice house, a nice apartment. They will pay you on time. Show good hospitality. Y'all don't know that that's what they do? It's like the display area where we put some of the homes that's already fully furnished. We're having like a tour right now for other people, but yeah, they got the lights up here. And then got the, excuse me. It's like a little balcony out here. If you have, some people put it like near the ocean. You go out here and you just look, you got a little view. And then it's the bedroom. It comes with a like screen projector too. And then the bathroom, let me show you the bathroom. Got family here. Bathroom, shower. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
I live the American dream in China. Let's go to brunch at the Bellagio, Shanghai. Now, boom, the second you walk in, instant wow factor. This is a perfect spot to take photos. Once you enter the main dining room, it's super sophisticated, another spot for pics. We were seated at the window, full view of the Shanghai skyline, mwah, chef's kiss. And what's brunch without the bubblies? Now, let's get into the menu. It's a set menu for two with options for every course. Simple, elevated, no stress. We really took a moment like we really live in China. While the kitchen did their thing, we walked out to the rooftop for more photos. Don't miss this glass door moment. And then boom, the views of the bund always make me so emotional because I think, wow, Shaquela, in a country that's not your own, in a city of 30 million people, you really worked your way up to the top. I'm just so proud. Now look at my man. I need to call GQ right now. And speaking of food, the brunch came out, the pizza, the Caesar salad, everything was on point, but the short ribs are definitely Texas girl approved. The head chef Iverson came out and he explained his vision behind the brunch. It was really so cool. And the moment we've all been waiting for, their wine glasses. Now you guys went crazy on a previous post I posted about the puffer fish, so stay tuned for another video about their wine glasses. Now guys, they even gave us a tour of their award-winning kitchen and I got to make a pizza, so stay tuned for that video as well. If you've been sleeping on China, it's time for you to wake up.
Hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna compare $3,000 in China versus $3,000 in America. A lot of people say you only live good in China because of the dollar. No, I can live that way with any currency. Pounds, euro, dirham. It don't matter. It don't matter. What y'all missing, this is what y'all missing. I'm gonna tell y'all what's wrong. Y'all don't understand. When you move to China, you don't need a car. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't need insurance. You don't have to pay rent. Think about how much money you would save in America if you didn't have to pay rent, if you didn't have to buy a car, if you didn't have insurance. Could you imagine how much money you would save? This is the problem. You have too many expenses. This is why you can't save money. Therefore, when you move to these foreign countries, some of them even give you cars. I heard people that's in Qatar, Dubai, that literally have cars, house, salary, health insurance. So don't blame China. Don't blame the currency. When you move to China, you don't have no expenses. Let's say you move there to work for 1 year. You sell everything. You sell your car, you break your lease, even you turn your phone off. You get an international phone to the point where you literally have no bills in America. You know where that 3,000 going? That 3,000 going right here. Right in the go yard.
I spend 5,000 RMB every month, which is around $700 living in China. Here is a simple breakdown. The biggest part is my rent. I got a single room for around 13 square meters and a little balcony. It cost me around 1,500 RMB. The electricity, water, Wi-Fi, internet has already calculated in it. The second part is daily meals. I don't cook, so I eat outside every single day. It costs me around 1,000 RMB. Normally 4 to 10 for breakfast and 15 to 30 for lunch and dinner. Another 1,000 would be for what I call big meals, like when you go out with friends or go out for a date, you spend 200 RMB for a single meal. The rest will be not that much. 300 for transportation, basically metro and shared bike subscription. 400 for entertainment like movies or karaoke, 300 for daily goods, 100 for fruit and drinks, 80 for haircut, 40 for phone bills. That would be the basic cost. I bought a camel lens for 800 3 months ago. I bought a concert ticket for 1,000 a month ago. So that would cost more. But on average is around 5,000 per month.
China is not like the USA. I've been to USA before. I know if we are travel to USA, we have to rent a car because without a car, we cannot go any place. But if you travel to China, the public transportation is super good and super cheap. We have flight, we have high-speed train, we have normal train, we have Uber, which is in China we call Didi. We have bikes, you can use it in the public. Actually, driving in China is super hard because China have a huge population. So many people have the cars. If you're not Chinese, it's super hard to read the sign because most of the sign are Chinese. So guys, if you want to travel to China, just take it easy. Take advantage of the public transportation. I'm your Chinese bestie. Let me know if you have more questions. Bye.
So here is what a typical Wednesday looks like for me in Shanghai. I got to get up, get dressed very early, and get to Suzhou. So I have to take the train. No, I take a metro, and then a train, and then a plane, and then walk, and then run, and then skip, and then jump. It's so much. But it's okay, because it all flows. And that's my new motto in life. I say flow and fluidity. No force, no friction. So, yeah, I teach my little lessons, which is like business English, and then I had some Korean food. And then I went back to Shanghai, and that was lovely. I got back around 5 o'clock, and I'm back home right now as we speak. And I am having myself a good, sloppy ass mother effing burger. Okay, love y'all. Bye.
Hey y'all, get ready with me so that I can make an intro video because I have been applying to English teaching jobs in China. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this has been like super scary, like a scary experience for me because I don't know, this is so different. I've been wanting to move out of the country for a while, but this is like just something totally different. I had never really thought about China until the past few months. I had originally considered moving to Japan because I've been to Japan twice. I really liked it there. I liked like just being there and I could see myself living there. But after doing more research, like longevity wise, it just wouldn't be something that would be sustainable to move there and be a teacher. I also looked into Thailand because I actually have a friend that has been living in Thailand for a while. So that was an option too. But again, with the longevity, like I wouldn't be able to save or do anything like that while living in Thailand. It would just be like a thing of like making enough money to live every day because my friend works remotely. So she's getting USD. I would be working at a school, getting a very small amount of USD every month, and it just wouldn't be sustainable. I then started looking into China because I saw that a lot of people were talking about working as teachers there, and they actually make a good amount of money there, and they can have a nice life living in China, and you're very close to a lot of other countries that you can visit as well. So I looked more into it, and it seemed like a much better option for me. I've also owned my own business and worked with manufacturers in China, so I was like, yeah, I could totally start a business over there at some point as well. That's something I would totally be into, and there's a lot of opportunity, room for growth, and I think China will probably be the best place for me to go. I've been applying using a few websites that I learned about, as well as talking to some recruiters on WeChat, so that has been interesting. There is one that I looked into, but they wanted me to start like in September, like September 1st, and I'm like, that is a little too fast. I was looking for to start like in the spring or something like that, but I cannot. That's too quick of a turnaround for me. I've been trying to decide if I want to work at like a teaching center or if I'd rather work in a kindergarten or an international school. I do have experience working with children in like a learning setting. I worked on a military base and I had like my own classroom. I was in a room that focused on like STEM activities like science, engineering, those types of things. So I would create lesson plans, and I also had experience like running clubs as well. So I've worked with children in that type of like educational capacity. But I'm a social worker, so I've also worked in just like child welfare. I've also had to think about like what city I would want to live in as well. I've been really liking Shenzhen a lot. Guangzhou I've looked into as well. I'm not sure about that city. And I've looked into I've looked into Beijing, of course. I haven't looked at Hong Kong at all. And I've also looked into Shanghai, but I'm not sure if I want to live in like the biggest cities. But I do want to live in a bigger city because I want to be close to like the expat community. So that I will have, that to lean on a little bit, because we will be going there not knowing anybody. So it'll be really scary just like being out like kind of in the countryside on our own. One of the biggest things I'm worried about though is getting stared at and people wanting to take pictures, because I'm really not into it. Some people are like, oh cool, I'm a celebrity, like that's so cool. But for me, like I'm really not into that, which is part of the reason I want to live in a bigger city as well, because people won't pretend like they've never seen foreigners before. But yeah, that's something I'm just really not into. I know it's going to happen, like it's not avoidable, but like I'm not looking forward to that type of interaction. But I'm super excited to be going on this journey. I would love to share the whole process with you guys. If you guys are interested, I can make more videos about like what it's like going through the process and all the things I have to do. So just let me know in the comments if you would like me to make more videos about it. But I gotta go make this intro video, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
You can tell that this is someone who is traveling for the right reason. She was able to weigh the opportunities, and she settled on China for the reasons that she has just given. Though she still has little fears, but that it's like a drop of water in an ocean. It has nothing like to do with what she's doing, But allow me to say this. So many people will tell us that China isn't an immigrant country. But being an immigrant country isn't always about giving people citizenship. Being an immigrant country is being immigrant friendly. It's being able to welcome people, allow them to invest, give them opportunities. Let there be a clear system that shows that as you come, this is the visa you need for teaching. If you want an extra work, this is your business visa. Let the person earn their money, let the person live comfortably, because what people are looking for right here isn't even about being a Chinese citizen. They just want to live peacefully in a country, being respected, having value for what they do, and being treated well. That's the only thing they want, and this is what China does. It treats foreigners in a way that makes you feel like you are home, even without having the citizenship. So it's not always about being a citizen. It's about the opportunities. People go there for food. We've seen people who have gone there for food, but they discovered that there were good opportunities and they decided to stay, and they travel back and forth. They travel. If you have opportunities in a country, traveling back home cannot be a problem. Like, you keep in touch with your homeland. There's nothing as good as that. Traveling, going back home, I'm here for business. And after a while, I'll be able to set up my life, build my life, and go. This is what we all want. Yeah, we just want a system that is well structured and that value our effort as you travel abroad. And that's what China is offering. You've heard it from their own mouth. These are Americans who have weighed the opportunities and they have discovered that China has it better. And they are living it. They are living large, you can see. Anyway, this is what I had to say. I don't know what you are learning from this compilation. Leave your thoughts in the comment section.
So, as an American woman who has been living in China, I wrote this, and I'm going to read it to you. Okay, so it's called Goodbye USA, Hello China. The land of the free is a Western corporate fallacy. How can one be free when tied to labor just to exist? To make ends meet, you're trapped in a meeting that never ends. America is just a company promoting capitalism, militarism, and cocoa colonization. And the bottom line is valued over the betterment of its citizens. Furthermore, keep the people dumb, measuring in feet and Fahrenheit, while they're getting shot in schools Monday through Friday, and keep them believing in white Jesus and the Bible while getting shot in church on Sunday. As long as American people stay stupid, white, and Christian, the American shareholders will continue to turn a profit. There's a quote by Malcolm X in reference to being black in America and the disillusioned global rhetoric of it being the best country in the world that says, sitting at the table doesn't make you a diner unless you eat some of what's on that plate. Being here in America doesn't make you an American. My father always told me this quote when I was a little girl. It sparked the notion in me that one day I would leave the United States and never come back. I was always curious about the world, perhaps because I'm a Sagittarius and exploration and curiosity are in our nature. In addition, I grew up in San Francisco, a tiny bubble on the West Coast filled with influences from a multitude of cultures. I was always around different types of people and intrigued by those who travel. I love Josephine Baker, who became a global superstar and was revered worldwide in the early 20th century after leaving the racism of the States for an opportunity to perform in Paris. For instance, there's no surprise that upon her short return to the USA, its toxic prejudice wouldn't even allow her to walk through the front door of the Plaza Hotel in New York City, despite being one of the most famous women in the world.